bed, or down at the foot of the bed, or down.
So now we're in soft summer. Once again, base done, eyebrows still done, and I'm gonna do purple. So now we've colored blue, green, purple. Yeah, there's and pink. We haven't done any reds. Maybe I'll do some reds for summer. I'll actually do that. That's the makeup that'll go into my other compilation video. I love a good compilation. But basically I'm doing like a week in my work makeup, and so I think today I'll do like a soft summer reds. That's the look for today. For the last example, soft summer, I have all my purples. We're gonna do purple. I have not all my purples, I have most of my purples here. The purples that were the most relevant. One for comparison, two for actual use. So like these right here, these are good shades for summer, but I would say that these are more for true summer. So if you're a true summer, these Milani shades are good for you because they might be too heavy in coloring for a light summer, but then they're also too saturated in color for a soft summer, except for this color right here, which I think all the summers can use because it's more muted, it's a little bit lighter, etc. This color I don't use at all. So, I mean, it seems like it's a nice color, but I mean, it's just not, it doesn't really do it for me. So then we have this, which in its color values, this also might be color values. I'm just like throwing words around. This one, this is the It's My Pleasure Color Pop, and I think this is the only one that would be good for a soft summer because it's bright enough to be a summer. It's cool tone to be a summer. The problem is I'm not sure if it's muted enough. Like this one down here is also, they're two borderlines. Like they look like they're muted enough where you could get away with it as a soft summer. But if you're like purely soft summer, they might be a little too saturated. But yeah, this palette is also okay for summers. It's a tiny bit, it feels a bit warm in places, but some of them are blues. So this right here, perfect color for soft summer. It's cool, it's bright, it's desaturated, like it's muted. This is another one that would be really nice because again, it's got the coloring, but it's also again muted coloring. The one between them, that brown between them, might be too yellow, so you can ignore that. But we'll be using I think we'll actually be using Soul, so I'll leave that open. And then this, the Pat McGrath 7, I think it would be perfect. The whole thing is great for soft summer. There is some golds here that you might not like, right? Because if you're a true summer and you want to stay away from yellows, that includes gold. So like these two right here are pretty much the only things that might give you pause. Everything else is so wonderfully muted that I think it wouldn't be too bad. This brown is a little warm as well. So that's it, those three colors. I just wanted to share that to give some I'm just giving some examples of soft outside of the ones I'm going to use on my face. And then I wanted to say this color is great for summer, but I don't think it's good enough for soft summer. So even though it's light and everything, it would be better for light summer or true summer because there's too much. There's not enough mute, you know, it's too much saturation to go with the whole muted effect. It's almost muted, it's just cool. it's just a paler purple. It's not muted. All right, so there's a difference between pale and muted. Muted is kind of like some of the color, the saturation is drawn out a bit. Pale is just when it's like lightened up. Pale is like losing its color towards white. Mute is, this is my explanation, mute is losing its color towards gray. All right, so that's the difference to me between pale and mute. Again, somebody check me. All right, I love to learn. We're going to use this color as the topper because it's a nice cool toned and also muted shimmer. It's even got a blue shift. I'm going to use that as a slight topper. But we're definitely going to put on Soul. We're going to put on Soul. But first, I need to put on an eye base. Like, let me give you an example of what I mean by pale versus mute. So this is pale, where the color is going, that color in the corner right here. That's the color going towards white. This is mute, where it's the color going towards gray. Okay? And of course, they're two different colors. Actually, maybe I should get like similar colors so you can really see what I mean. I'm going to swatch that purple from the Juvia's Place and then the purple from Soul. All right? So this is Soul, and that's the Juvia's Place purple from the minis, the violets. And as you can see, it's got more of a white undertone, or a whiter undertone. And this one seems like it's almost gray in its undertones. So that's one that's muted. This one is just pale. Okay? We'll go here. Right there. To Volatile. Yeah, that's good. That's a nice, soft, muted, cool tone. Oh, that's pretty. I'm gonna put it on the lid, unlike the other ones though. But I am gonna put on that shimmer. I'm gonna put it on the bottom too, like I'm supposed to, but oh, that's pretty. I love that color. Save that, put the little plastic on his face while I go into the Pat McGrath Divine Quad. This is Fantasy or something? Oh, Fleur Fantasia, and it's Divinity, not Divine. I'm going into that color there. And we're about to put it all over the eyeball. And that was another reason, because this one isn't so much of a topper, but a lot of the quads, sometimes the shimmers in there feel more like toppers. But then they do have the solid shimmers that you can kind of just wear by themselves. The Fleur Fantasia, I think, is one of them. But I'm not wearing it by itself. Actually, I'm gonna go back into Volatile a little and kind of just clean out these edges, boy. Oh my, what's going on here? What's going on in the corner of my eye over there? What's your problem? I think soft colors are for people who find like other things with too much saturation, too overpowering, but then light pastel colors just kind of wash you out or look, you know, not as flattering. Like this one, it's like if your features have a little bit of like haziness to them or like a duskiness. Alright, so we'll close that up. Boop. Beep. And we'll get our eyeliner on. Again, same one, because this is eyeliner, you know, it's a little more definition, so I won't go as full haze. But some people, you might feel you need to, you know what I mean? And I also feel like depending on the type of thing you're using as an eyeliner, that plays into it. I think powders eyeliner must be best for soft because it's not such a harsh line. It is more of a, you know, it's got more breathing room, I should say, you know, than a gel or a liquid liner. And it's just because of its nature, it's a powder. So even if you wet it, it still affords you the ability to have, the line itself is softer in appearance because of its medium. So if you're a soft, because they're soft in other categories as well. So if you're a soft, maybe try using eyeshadow as a liner, or even maybe using a pencil that you draw on and then using a brush to kind of feather it out into a liner. That might be more flattering than a stark liquid line. Like if you're finding it's just too contrasting on your eye, it might not be that it's because the color is black. It might be because it's liquid and it's just way harsher in its deliverance when you compare it with your features. So try using like a grayish black, or even just regular black, but use a shadow that you can, or a pencil that you can feather out as your eyeline, you know, so that it has a softer appearance. Right, and then the same mascara. Okay, eyes done. Oops, who's that? We're gonna go into the cheek, which I want it to be this color, B. And once again, if I find it too stark, that's going crazy. That's gone wild. I'll go back into my bronzer if I need to. Let's swatch it though, because I remember B being pretty good. Yeah, that's a good one right here. So you see that? Yeah. So it's bright enough to be a summer, but it's muted enough to be a soft summer. Put it right there. I'll put it right there. So we had like 3 different pink cheeks pretty much. I wanted this one to be a little more purple, but no buts. I'll use this as a layering thing. We'll start there because it does show up pretty pink on me. No, it's not too pink, but and if you contour, all this color theory applies to your contours as well. But you don't have to, like, I don't think as much about colors, because people usually use the same type of contour. It's going to be something that is deeper than your skin tone and can act as a shadow. Now, that, you know, if you want to look more sun-kissed, you might opt for a warmer contour or a bronzer as a contour. But I think, you know, I think you would understand that if you're going to do a contour in this instance, it doesn't need to be a desaturated contour because it is supposed to just be cool toned in nature. And usually if it's going to be a cool toned contour, it'll probably be a grayish or bluish brown. So you don't have to think too hard about lightness and darkness. That part is more just according to your face. Like, how dark do you need it to be? How dark do you like it to be? So that's that muted blush. Cute. Alright, so now we're going to do the lip. And I was thinking I would just do a beige lip. I actually have a desaturated Mademoiselle. It's I Quit. It's cool toned, it's mute. And it's between the Bronze Sugar and this ColourPop one. Which I think I'll go with the ColourPop one because it'll lend itself to my cheeks. It's beige, but it's also pink. Okay. Those mixed well together. And now I will just put on Nina to get some definition. I think lip definition is like making or breaking my face lately. I just want to define it. I don't want to take away the beige. It's looking a little warm though. I put that I Quit on there so that it will cool it up. Okay, that's good. And here we have soft toned makeup. I like this one. I think I just really like cool tone makeup. Yeah, I already said that. Again, you don't have to do your eyes as sloppily as I did, but it's to give the full effect of the color. Yeah, so this is it. So I hope you enjoyed that series. I enjoyed doing it. I'm really excited to do autumn next. It'll come in autumn. Maybe not at the butt end of autumn like I did this one. I mean, we still have what? A month? We have 1 month of official summer left, but it's already getting cool outside. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed my little thing. I've done undertones on here before. This is just a part of that series, you know, showing different things on the dark skin tone. Okay?